Okay, I'm not going to do this editing shit. I'm just going to put it all together as I'm doing it. I did that before on the other channel, and people seem to like it. No editing, no like, here's what I made earlier, just get on with it. Make sure you got your stuff sorted before you plug in. 4 shots, jar, collection jar. That's the main thing really. It's kind of depressing when you get it running and you get booze coming out and nowhere to put it. So, my issue with this is going to be, it's meant to be a 21 or 23 litre still. I've got 23 litres of wash. Do I want to take the chance of putting the whole lot in one go? This thing does nothing apparently. It might be something that gets used, the pressure gauge, only when you're using, God, that's really fucking bent there. When did that happen? That could have been when I was trying to take the lid off or something. Anyway, I think that might only get used, the pressure gauge, which is now steamed up on the inside, if you're using it to do a mash, which I'm not doing. So, spirit's going to go in. Well, the wash, yeah. Do I put all of it in and chance it or not? Right, first things first. This is my ginger pubes, copper mesh. It doesn't need much doing to it. I've unwound it. It's the sort of stuff you get for slug defense in the gardening section. I just unwound it and then loosely wound it back up, just loosely. No idea how big it was. I think it was a few meters long or something. And that is going to go inside this. I'm just going to squish it in. I want it to go in, not screaming tight, but tight enough that it's not going to fall out and drop back down in the still, but not so tight as the vapour is not going to go through. See, I don't know if that's going to be too tight. I'm still fairly novice at using an actual still, so that could be too tight, so I don't know. I can always turn it off and disconnect it if it is too tight, but that is fairly packed in. But no, I mean, if I can blow through the bloody thing, surely steam can get through it. Anyway, vapour. That's that done. And the first thing going into my still is this. Now, I don't know if you're meant to use glass bullets, balls, whatever, beads, how you want to call it. But I've got my little ceramic tiles in there from the air still, which I still use, and my glass balls, which I bought, and yeah, they seem to do a pretty good job. Because the only scoring, you want to call it, in there was that one small part, which I don't want to scrub out too much, because that's going to thin. Whenever you scrub something, you're taking away layers of the original. So I don't want to make the metal any thinner. So that's my glass balls. I am tempted to get some more actually. It would be nice to have the whole base covered, but it's 50% covered in glass bullets. So that's what's going in there at the moment. I'm going to put in the spirits next. If I can go and find, where's my spirits? Where's my spirits? Yeah. Rather annoyingly, it is pretty much bang on 23 litres. And I think if I put 23 litres in, it's going to be filled pretty much to the brim. So I don't use chemicals to clean stuff. I just give it a scrub and a rinse out with a sponge. If it had been sat for a long time, if it had been sat for a long time, yes, I want to use some barrel wash or something. But got to bear in mind, I've got smashed up wrists, not supposed to lift, and this is according to the one time I actually had a physio. Don't lift anything heavier than an empty dinner plate. So 23 litres of, make sure this is not too wobbly. It's wobbly, not too wobbly. That could be an issue. Also need to make sure my plug is going to reach before I put it in the liquid. Yep, I can dangle down there. This wire, it bugs me that it sticks out, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I looked in the base, I can't see anything obvious to take the base off. There must be something. I just can't see anything obvious. I want this at an angle so I can get to that dial fairly easily. Just in case I knock stuff over. Glass can go on the ground for the time being. Right. Okay. Yeah, the only extra stuff in this wash at the moment is, fucking wrists, is my spring, Christ, warm up, is my spearmint. It's a few leaves and stems that I put in earlier today. That smells fucking awesome. Alright, I don't want to fill it. I do not want to fill it to the brim. Okay, I've got maybe a litre left in that bucket. I can always use it for something else. I can always add to it. I can always put it in with my ale. It is extra raw, basically. Approximately 15% alcohol. So I can always use it for something else. It's not going to get wasted. Away. Not in the bucket, out of the way. Okay. Oh, a little thing that's very handy to have is, next thing to put in. That tray, I'm going to go on top. Now you could put your botanicals on there, but I just see it as another thing that helps to stop it from bubbling up too fast. Bit more control. Right. And it means if I drop this bloody rubber condom thing, I won't have to dig too deep to find it. Yes, I know, it's dropped in that bloody stuff already. Doesn't help when you've got smashed up hips, knees and all the rest of it, and you've got alcohol fumes in your face. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I was in hospital yesterday and because the metalwork, they started taking chunks out of my kneecap, and the guy looked at it and said, "Oh yes, I can see that is most very obvious. Go away, you're in chest. No, you are fine, go away." Asshole. Yeah, this is not working because my brain is too fried. Thing is, I don't know if this rubber seal is completely necessary. I'm using it, but because it is so thin, but I got it, so I might as well use it. Get on there. Gosh, you filthy thing. If I wore my glasses, it'd be so much easier. Right, I'm laying the arm across it to hold it down. Oh, if only I had someone to help me. If I had someone here to help me, I'd be fucking them, not doing this. I mean, I would appreciate the assistance. Right, so me, glass bollocks, saddles, spirits, tray, condom. Oh, I tightened up that nut. That one seems to be okay. And I gave it a quick wipe out. So, I also made sure I cleaned out the inside that pipe. That was a bit manky. That can now go on. So I'll make sure that rubber seal is not sticking out too much. Because before I've had it bulging out on the side, which is just really, really weird. And we don't want to get pregnant, do we? The bulgy bits of the rubber. I do still think that these things may end up bending too much because they feel so weak. They're doing the job. Right, that's on. Now for the bit that may go completely tits up is having this as an extra. It means the whole thing is higher up and therefore it could be too much weight. So we'll see how it goes. Put a rubber seal on here. Sorry for going New Zealand. I'll go Australian instead. Yeah, I need to put my glasses on a second. It's all a blur. Without my glasses, all I can see is a blur. I can't see fucking shit. Glasses. Right, what am I doing? There, that's better. See what I'm bloody doing there. Yeah, part of it is having this sight glasses so I can see what's going on. And so I can put stuff in there, but I like seeing how things work. So I don't want this done too tight, so that it's gonna, but I need it loose enough so it's not be damaging it. Okay, that's that. Right, of course now, that's gonna be higher than it was before, so I may have to get more bits and pieces. Right, like something to sit on. That's gonna be going there. Now I am tempted, see this bit of string on above it is piss weak. It's literally held on by a screw and a piece of cardboard. So, just hope it could hold the weight. There goes on. I'm sorry if it goes squeaky, it's just, I got into distilling from watching that New Zealand fucklet. I mean, well, when it gets more and more junkified with every video. I don't watch the stuff anymore because he started doing too much of this pro-American, pro-Jewish crap. Oh, you're gonna go and do this in America? And I can't do with that shit. There's enough hatred in the world without people promoting genocidal, inbred fucking nonsense just to make money. Life is too short. I'd rather have no fucking money. Well, can come against this scroll? Yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue having it that high. So that bottle, this bottle's actually got a higher neck. It's not too bad, height-wise. I need to make sure it stays right over that leg for strength. Let's slack it off, turn around a bit. I want to have it more over this direction. Like that. So we'll see what I'm doing. That's why I like this thing being modular, where you can put different modules together. You can adjust different pieces individually. Right, so I just need to put a book underneath there. I mean, theoretically, I can turn the bloody thing on and just let it get warmed up. It's not going to be cooking through for a while. If it's going to work, because that wire was really twitchy when I was trying to use it before. Yeah, there's nothing, no. Yeah, there's nothing. Hang on, I'm going to plug this on. There we go. Wrong plug, wrong plug. Right. Is that going to do anything? Right, so it's plugged in, but there's no power going into the unit. So that's this connection, this wire. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean it's plugged in, so it should be working. And it's not doing anything. So that's the still itself, it's not working. Slightly concerned I might get electrocuted. Yeah, it's that connection. So when I move the wire around this side, the light comes on, so it's heating up. Yeah, so that connection is dodgy as hell. See, that's working. So what I'm going to have to do next time is take a can opener to the base and try and get it open so I can redo the wiring. It could just be it needs the wires to be tightened up. I don't want to slag the company off because I'm pretty sure it's the customers that fucked it, not the company. I'm also not sure what batteries the thermometer takes in the top piece. There. The thermometer is here, which you can't see, of course. It's the wrong angle. The thermometer is up there. I'm not sure what battery it takes, or if we can take it apart at all. But those batteries, the lithium ones, they should last about 5 years. It's a bit annoying that the last litre I didn't want to put in, because otherwise it would fill it right to the brim. I don't want to chance it. Right, so next. Und jetzt nicht du angefangen over there. As quickly as this heats up, it does still have 20 odd litres to heat up. So, I need this one. Yeah! Actually, before it heats up, I want to have it so I can get to the bloody thermostat. Without the drink being in the way. Yeah, that is bang on the bloody money, as they say. For the spirits to go in. But I still need to raise that height for my 4 shots. Even though it's primarily a sugar wash I'm using, I did put some fruit in, not a lot, a couple of apples and some grapes. I still want to take off the first bit, methanol, and ditch it. I'm very tempted to redo all my spirits, like about 30, 40 litres. I am tempted to redo my original lot. It tastes bloody great, but I didn't have the knowledge then that I do now. So that is a temptation. Right. More height required. Yeah, that looks to be about, yeah, about right. Still a little bit too high. So I want it high enough so I can actually have a little dab. So be a small container in between the two. This makes you good one time. Oh, quite funny with. Nah, it's been wrong very high again, shit. Going to the building site to get money out. How much do you want? Everything apart from 10 quid. Okay, what's it for? Buying a motorbike. Oh, another one? I'm not. It's just, they froze my account 2 years ago, so I don't need any money in my fucking account. Starting to steam up a little bit and warm up. I do like being able to see what's going on. It's my nerd brain. Right, that's a bit better. It's so I can catch it and actually see what's going on. And that was catch it, not catch it. Scottish people, they cannot say catch it. All they can say is tree-line extrament. I do breathe and make it tighter. Well, it seems to be sitting right. It seems to be very well. The weight seems to be going up and down there rather than off skew. Plug in my thing now. So I mean, with the length of the pipe they supplied for the circulation water pump thingy, it's almost as if they wanted me to do it in the bath. But if you've done it in a bath, then that's messy. Anyway, but that does seem to be the way because it's the perfect length. I've got maybe 5, 6 inches, 10 centimetres of water in the bath. I mean, it's not enough. If it gets too warm, it's unlikely. But if it does, I mean, it's the middle of October now. If it does start to get too hot, I can always put more cold in the bath. A lot less grief than trying to do it in the kitchen. That is currently on full blast on the thermostat. Yeah, that twitchy wire is irritating, but fuck, I've done worse.
I just see more eggs.
17. It's dropping, 17.1. It could be because the heat is actually forcing the cold air out. Yeah, sight glass, worth the money, just so you can see what's going on. Don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. All my spare ginger pubes that I haven't used. I mean, in theory, the pressure gauge should start to go up if that is blocking it too much. I don't think that's going to block it to an extent where it's going to go back. Fucking not anyway. Now, the temperature gauge is still saying 17 degrees Celsius, which is room temperature. I'm not going to bother doing a stopwatch. I did that last time, and it worked out roughly 2 hours to do a run. And it's worth money. Even with the grief I've had, with the bits that are leaking and the bits that are loose and the bits that have been pulled out, I'm pretty sure it's custom did it. Even with all that grief, it is still worth it financially, because this cost, it was either the same or less. I think it was less than buying an air still. And it's not just that, even taking into account running a pump to circulate, that's only a bloody like 6 or 12 volt little pump. Even running that, it's still a lot cheaper because I'm doing one run to do 20-ish litres, about 22 litres of wash in there. Whereas the air still did 4 at a time, so you've got to have it running for 2 to 3 hours, 5 or 6 times. So you're talking like essentially 24 hours to do your one bucket of wash. Whereas this one, a lot less grief. I love my AliExpress toys. It really does remind me of this Irish girl I used to know.
I'm not ginger pubes or strawberry vlogging.
Not from the fucking taste you, wasn't it? Interesting that. The skin tone and the hair colour really does affect the way their fanny tastes. I don't mind a bit of fish, but acid. Acrid acid. Acrid and standing acid. But I still not raw at the moment, it's just warming up. There's no point in trying to touch the fucker.
Because she doesn't like it.
Because it's insulating. It's a double skin, it's got foam in the middle, theoretically. I'm not going to take a hammer to it to find out. 17.2, so it's not really changing on thermometer. But at least now I know why you have a thermometer on that pipe. It's so you can see what the hell's going on. I also now know why you got yourself a clear glass pipe, so you can see what the fuck's going on. I also now understand why it is you got a thermostat that you can use to control the temperature. Because you can change what the fuck's going on. Right. And I'll leave that running for a bit. Yeah, tedious video, fast forward if you get bored. I don't mind, I don't care. What do you do? Ask for a refund.
Give me a favour.
Got to admit, I do love more rechargeable stuff.
Fucking awesome.
Portable bug zapper, very handy thing. Oh, there is no sign of anything happening. Pressure gauge, bugger all. Ginger pubes, bugger all. Temperature, exactly the same. Oh no, it changed, 17.4. Although that could have just been my hand on the pipe that changed the temperature. I'm always worried these things aren't done up tight enough or they're done up too tight. There's no sign of any leaks yet from here. Although that is a bit warm. So that could be getting warm on the spout side because I've tightened it, so it's put it together a bit more. No sign of any leaks up here. So those leaks, that could have just been fixed by tightening stuff up. Alright, so now I can see condensation. Give me ginger pubes. Let's not get distracted by other stuff. There's no point in putting on the circulation pump until it's actually heated up, because it's just wasting money. I need to go and get my bugs out. Yeah, I know. This quite reassuring. You leave it on at night sometimes and it needs recharging. But it's a case of you can hear it every now and again. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Act on, you evil bastard!
Oh, fucking hell. I just got an email from the Building Society, and it was a case of, you recently took out money. How was your experience with us? We value your opinion. Please give us your opinion. Take our survey. That way we can freeze your account if you don't like us. Of course, I don't add that last bit, but it's fucking written in brains anyway. You say anything they don't like, they freeze your fucking account. Yeah, 12 hours it took last time to get the bastard in front of the accounts. That is getting condensated. 17.4, so it wasn't my hand went up. The temperature's going up. That may go on the floor because otherwise I'm going to knock it over. I've always been a bit on the clumsy side with some things. Shooting and riding and fucking, I've always been perfect. Everything else I'm a clumsy bitch. But
I'm not dying.
because of the damage to my wrists and all the rest of it, I fucking bump into shit and fall over all the time. Beautiful. Do 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 do. See, I can see the condensation by shining a torch at the rear, and shining at the front, you can't see anything.
It's weird, that ain't it?
When I see it start to come out of the spout, I'll be happy. Because that means I'll know I'm not blocking the bloody hole up too much. That is my main concern at the moment. is that that hole could get, stop tightening the fucking,
Yeah.
that the hole could be blocked too much. I don't think it is. It is a bit of a concern. Oh yeah, the access, the what you call it, the methanol that comes at the start. I'm not going to dump it or put it back in the bowl. What I'm going to do is use that because I could do it, give it a bit of a clean. Psychologically, not been able to. Physically, you can't do it, but I've got a no toothbrush, so I'm going to use that to scrub around the gaps in the bathroom and shit like that. Yeah, that is steaming up. Essentially, from what I can see from my little bit of research, every time your vapor hits something and then turns back into a liquid and comes down and goes up again, that's called a reflux. And every time you do a reflux, it goes up and comes down, goes up and comes down. Every time you're doing this via vapor, it's getting better. In theory. That we should friction burn is a hospital. I do worry having it on too high temperature too fast. That was my thumb not scraping it. There wasn't anything blowing up. I do worry having it on, yeah, that is getting pretty hot down by the spout. But then that's going to be a weak point because there's holes in the metal, in the foam. A weak point with a guaranteed temperature. Oh, interestingly, I bought this bloody thing. I'm using it every day, every other day at least. I got it over a month ago, and I still haven't had to recharge it. Right, laundry. Right, we have progress, 18 Celsius. So that is starting to heat up. Don't like it touching it, it's insulated, I can't fucking feel anything. It does heat up eventually. But yeah, that's progressing. Is glistening happening? Okay, I'll say laundry, what I can smell something. I can smell something, oh shit, fucking hit. I can smell something coming through that pipe. Slight aroma. But not enough for me to want to turn the body water on. You see, I say laundry, what I really mean is I'm bringing in my sleeping bag that I've had hung up, getting a bit of fresh air before I go camping tomorrow. Which I may not be, because the damage being done to my kneecap every time I stand up is horrendous. It is deforming the kneecap and the bone work. I don't want to give it a miss because that's been my routine for the past couple of months now. Once a week get out, but I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Right. that and get some circulation. Come on, worky, worky. It's got a long way to go. Because yeah, so I plugged that in and now this has stopped working. Yeah, the thermostat, this is turned off now. Shit. Yeah, that stopped. Fuck's sake. Let's turn this around a bit. So I got a bit more. So what I need to do is to move this around. So it's hopefully not going to knock into the bloody... Yeah, that's starting to warm up quite a bit actually, I can feel it. Right. Because that thermostat's being a pain in the ass, I'm going to have it turned around more. So that wire is not going to get knocked when I'm doing stuff. I'll do it. Now, it's still plugged in, it's just not fucking doing anything. Ah, fucking hell. Yeah, I don't want to have to dump it all out and start from scratch and have to rewire the bloody thing before I can use. Right. No, that's not doing anything. Ah, it lit up. I do wonder if it is the wire going in or if it's a plug or something. Yeah, that plug is getting really fucking hot. I wonder if it's the plug overheating. Because if the plug is overheating too much because it's on full whack temperature, that could be overheating it that way. It's a thought. It's just a thought. Maybe. Oh shit. Transfer that over. Anything? Nothing? Nope. That plug is getting really hot. Let's start working again. Yep. Yeah, I think it could be the plug. It could literally just be a case of... Oh, it could literally be a case of, because I had it on full pelt so much, that the plug overheated. We're talking household electrics, not like 3 fucking core or whatever you want to call it. So that... I'm going to keep it on, not boiling hot, but... Where did that say? Oh, for eyeballs at work. Right, that's 60 Celsius. Is that 60 Celsius? That's 18 Celsius up there. I'll let it, it's had a good blast to warm up most of it. So I'll leave it at 60 Celsius so it can get a bit warmer. So I can increase the temperature a bit more. I just don't want to blow the fuses or have the bloody plug catch on fire. Right, the water is flowing. Yes. It's everywhere, why not? Right, so the water's flowing. Slight design issue is that you've got your water pipes going in and your outflow pipe for your spirits is coming in the same direction. So you've got 3 on top of each other. which is a bit irritating. What they should have done is had these pipes coming in from the side. It wouldn't have taken any extra effort to make, but it's slight design flaw. Yeah, it's definitely passing up into the cubes. I can see the liquid in there. Can't see shit from the front. I mean, a circulation pump doesn't really cost much to run, so I'll leave that going. It's literally a dinky little thing. When I come back in a minute, I'll turn that up to maybe 70. Actually, I'll do it last time. That's roughly 70 degrees Celsius on the thermostat. Evaporation for ethanol, methanol is roughly 78 degrees centigrade. Don't ask me in Fahrenheit, I live in the 21st century. Methanol, which is a bad alcohol, comes out slightly earlier because its vaporization temperature is a little bit lower than ethanol, which is good booze. That's why you take off the first bit and I don't bother the last bit. You can take off the first bit because that evaporates quick compared to the ethanol. It's a shame it's not a switch you can turn off and turn on that bloody circulation pump. It doesn't need to be going right now. Right, so food. 18.2. And a bug. Two bugs. There was no bugs here earlier. It's like they materialise transdimensionally when they smell booze. Bug zapper is on recharge. And I'll fist the bastards. Smells something. Just don't know where it's coming from. See, I'm always worried when I've messed about with something, if I've cocked it up. It's like, is that going to be leaking from a tap because I've tightened it? Is that going to be leaking because I've tightened it? I don't see anything coming up through. It's getting pretty warm on there though. There's a lot of condensation inside the glass tube.
Anything corn noise?
So we've got stuff going up, which is not going high enough to condense. Then it's going to work harder to do the job because it's got resistance.
Ripping top hot cakes?
Food. Turns out it's only 3:30, so I can't do food yet. Oh, we've got liquid. Shit. We have liquid. What did you tell me? Alright, this thermostat. It's a bit twitchy. 68.8 Celsius. That's fucking nice. Why am I wasting that bloody booze? How much came out? Oh, that is nice. It's got a really nice flavour to it. You can taste the spearmint. The spearmint only that much all came out. The reason it looks a bit manky, it's not the spirits that's manky, it's what was in the bottle before. That is now going to get used to clean. Well, eventually. I was like using a toothbrush, give it a little scrubber in there, right in and stupid shit. So, yeah, it tastes really nice. You can taste the spearmint. Right, so we have got 75 on that top thing. We've got a nice trickle on the go. The ginger pubes look a bit moist, but you know, that's what girls are like. I think with any Harry Potter boot now this week. Look at that bubbly. Frothy. Right, that is doing a nice job. I was worried it was going to block it. But yeah, that's going through nicely. We've got a nice trickle on the go. 77, what did I say it was? 78 degrees Celsius for yeah. That looks really nice. Okay, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Down to about 60 Celsius. That is not leaking. That is not leaking. And I've no idea how long it's been running. Turn that off. That's now up to 78 Celsius. So I'll leave that down a little bit. I don't want it belting out. If it goes too fast, it's not as efficient, it's not as good. The faster it goes through with copper ginger minge, the less efficient it's going to be. So I'd rather take it a couple of hours to get a nice drinky out of it. Oh, let's have a look. Light might help in there. Don't drop the phone in the bathtub. You're not thankies for that, nan, Woody. No. So. Kind of difficult trying to get the angle right when you're dangling on a bit of string. How's that? Should be trying to. Oh, fuck, I'm stepping on. Oh, that's crap, shit. Anyway, right, let's get the phone off for a sec.